Hi guys, DK here from KaroroCAM. This is part 2 of our new video series on how to shape a kite surfboard on a CNC router using KaroroCAM to create all your toolpaths. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the first bit of tooling required for this particular process. In the last video, we went over the shaping of this particular board. Now, as part of the lamination process, we actually need this open mold, or what's called in the industry a rocker table, to actually support the rocker or hold the rocker of this board during the vacuum bagging and lamination process. So, to that end, I've designed up this particular truss style rocker table. So all these cutouts here are actually just to reduce the weight of this rocker table and make it a little bit easier to handle in the workshop. So to get started on the machining of this, I'm going to turn off the board, and I'm just going to turn off this 3D model. And if we go to my top view here, we can have a look. This is a representation of the standard MDF sheet size here in South Africa. So this rocker table is going to be made from mostly 18mm MDF with a 6mm MDF top, and we have this sheet size here of 178mm by 2700. So that's quite a bit bigger than a standard 4x8 like plywood sheet, and but it does give us some options for better nesting because of the largest sheet size. So in terms of nesting, I've actually pulled all of this rocker table apart and nested these parts onto the sheet, as you can see in this picture. So from here, we need to create the curves that we would need to do a 2D profile cutting in KaroroCAM. So I'm just going to turn over to shaded view, and if we go curve from objects and go duplicate face border, we can now come through and just select these top surfaces on each of these and then press enter. Now those top surfaces I had set up at Z0, so all of these curves are now at Z0. From here, I can just turn off my sheet size and those nested panels, and I have all of these curves available to guide ourselves for the machining operation. So at this point, I'm going to start KaroroCAM, and it'll take a minute or two for it to open up. Alright, now as we can see, the stock machine size in KaroroCAM is a little bit smaller than our machining. So I'm going to go straight to machine setup, and this particular operation we're going to go with an 18mm stock thickness. Our Z position of stock top is correct, and a clearance height of 25mm is fine for this operation. This machine will actually rapid cut at 5000mm a minute, no problem at all, or cut at 5000mm a minute, and the machine is actually 2 meters wide and 4 meters long, so which is actually quite a common bed size in this part of the world. So now that we have those all set up, let's go through to our toolpath, and we're doing a 2D profile cutting. I'm going to use climb milling. Our tolerance I can set to 0.01. That will be fine for this operation. Sharp outside corners is fine. We are going to be using a flat end mill. I'm going to go 12.7mm. There's no tool changer on this machine, so we can leave our tool number at 1, and we're not adjusting our spindle speed from 24,000. And no stock to leave, we're cutting net to these lines. The cutting depth will be to the bottom of the stock, our 18mm. I would like to use multiple depths, and I'd like to cut at 6mm increments, and I'll order by the Z depth. So we'll do everything at 6mm first, and then come back everything at 12, and then everything at 18. And I'd like to use some ramping. Let's try 15 degrees. So with that all set up, I can now go to my layers, and KaroroCAM has set up under this 2D cutting tab inside curves and outside curves, and it's these layers where we need to put this geometry. So I'm just going to grab our outside curves, and we'll move those to our outside curves layer, and KaroroCAM has created a toolpath for those. I'm then going to hide those outside curves. So I'm going to select all the inside curves and put those to the inside curves layer. And there we have it. KaroroCAM has created cutting toolpaths for all of those operations. And we're looking at about an hour and a half of machining. There's quite a number of pockets, and total distance here of so that would be 312 meters of machining. So yeah, quite a lot of machining to get these parts done, but they will be nice and light when they are done. So from here, I can simply go to post-processing. This machine uses a rich auto DSP, and I can save this G-code to a local file. And in this case, it's picked up the name of the cutting. I've actually had one in there already, but we will save over it. And there we go. We have created the toolpath for the creation of the rocker table, which is the first piece of tooling that we need for this kite surfboard shaping operation. If you have any questions about the use of KaroroCAM or this particular project, feel free to drop it in the comments below, or you can email us on karorocam@gmail.com. Thanks very much.